The word apostle comes from the Greek word apostellein. It means to send. Jesus took these 12 people whom he had formed after his own heart, and then he sent them. The Christian faith is never meant to be held onto as a private privilege. It's meant to be shared, to be spread like seed around the world. And so the Apostolic Church to the present day still has that great missionary purpose. The God that Jesus consistently proclaimed is a God of tender mercy, a God of gracious love, whose very nature is to give. When I find my deepest center, that place in me where I am here and now being created by God, I've also necessarily found the deepest center of everyone else and everything else in the cosmos. June 2nd, 1979, John Paul II said Mass here in Victory Square. He preached and he spoke of God, of freedom, of human rights. The crowd began to chant, "We want God, we want God." One of Paul's favorite words is dunamis in the Greek, which means power. Dynamite comes from that. And the gospel, he keeps saying, is dunamis. And so what he was doing, he was walking around this part of the world with dynamite. That's what he was doing. And the dynamite was that God is love and that God has manifested himself in Jesus Christ, risen from the dead. And it's dynamite that will turn the world upside down. The peculiar thing about Christianity, the gospel hinges upon it. Jesus consistently speaks and acts in the very person of God. One day in a hovel in the little nothing town of Nazareth, an angel appeared to a young Israelite girl, perhaps no more than 14 or 15, and they had an extraordinary conversation. Our Lady of Guadalupe became the bearer to this nation, to this people, of the God who orders things not through violence, not through scapegoating, but precisely through love. In the first weeks and months of her new life, Mother Teresa experienced bouts of discouragement and loneliness. But she persevered, and so many of Mother Teresa's former students came to join her here in the slums of Calcutta. Sister of Avila found at the very depth of her soul Christ dwelling in her. And she found that to be a castle. To be grounded in Christ, she realized, was to be grounded in that very power which here and now creates the cosmos, that power which lies beyond the vagaries of space and time. Being itself, God, cannot be grasped, but at the same time, being itself cannot be hidden from. God insinuates himself into every nook and cranny of what he's made. The Church Father Tertullian said, "The blood of the martyrs is the seed of Christians." Is that true in this case? You tell me. The mind, the will, the soul seek a definitive truth, a final good, an absolute beauty. The soul pushes beyond itself toward these transcendent ends.